Hello everyone, I am Anupama and I welcome you once again to Nagesh Karasgi Orchid School channel. I am here to teach you a lesson in English for grade 9 and the lesson number is lesson number 9, The Bond of Love, which is written by Kenneth Addison. So my dear children, we have already begun with the chapter and I told you the journey the first time when the author encountered the sloth bear. While he was passing through the sugarcane field of Mysore, he came across the baby bear and then he duly presented it to his wife. His wife was so happy to see the baby bear. The moment when she saw it, she named it as Bruno. She loved him, took care of him, and then it got attached to all the family members in her house. And later on, we could see that what all delicacies Bruno actually enjoyed eating. He loved eating porridge, he loved eating ice creams, chocolates, puddings, cakes and whatnot. And then it all went with relish. Relish means he enjoyed all the delicacies without irrespective to the taste, without irrespective to the condiments. And then he even got attached to the two Alsatian dogs, those were already there in the author's house. He used to play for the whole day with those two Alsatian dogs as well as those teenage children. And when he was young, he was most of the time set free, he was not at all chained. Because he was very playful, he was very naughty, and then he was even attached with the, specially talking about author's wife. And then there was one incident which took place. We even heard about that. What it was, that once day author had kept barium carbonate in his library. The reason was very pure, that he wanted to run away those mice and rats from the library. But Bruno, without any thought, he just went, as usually he used to go to the library and visit that place. So he had been to that place one day and then without thinking, promptly he ate barium carbonate. And then what happened? Paralysis set in. He was not able to walk, he was not able to breathe properly. And all of a sudden, when it was discovered by author's wife, both of them, they took their car and rushed along with Bruno to the veterinary doctor. And then they told that it's a case of a tame bear, tame, the one which is docile bear. And he has eaten barium carbonate, the poison. And what should be done? Immediately, the veterinary doctor, who was very intelligent, she got with her medical book. She tried to search for the poison name. She started with B, bear, barium carbonate. The moment when she found it in the index, then again she searched for what are the symptoms. Paralysis, unable to move, difficulty in breathing. And all these symptoms resembled Bruno's health, current health. And then there were even what are the injections or the prescribed medicine mentioned in that book. So now we will find out whether Bruno actually responded to those medication, what happened, whether he was able to walk, whether he was able to breathe, whether he was alive. Let's find out everything now. A dash back to the car. Bruno still floundering. So the moment when veterinary doctor told that, yeah, you can get your pet right here. I am with the medication, not to worry about that. Get him quickly. And then the moment when the author and his wife ran towards Bruno, he was still floundering. Floundering means what? The condition where an animal is not able to walk properly nor even to stand properly on its feet. About on his stumps. I told you stumps means the legs of that animal. But clearly weakening rapidly, and but as the time was passing, he was becoming weak and weak, weak and weak. Some vomiting, heavy breathing with heaving flanks and gaping mouth. So while he was breathing, I told you, heaving flanks. Heaving means what? Taking quick short breaths. Flanks means I even told you that's a gap between the rib and the hip. And while he was breathing, he was finding so difficult and even his mouth was quite wide open. He was breathing in this way, he was gasping, he was panting, he was unable to breathe properly, he was falling short of oxygen. Then Hold him, everybody. In goes the hypodermic. Bruno squills. 10 cc of the antidote enters his system without a drop being wasted. Underline the word hypodermic. You can find the meaning of that in the glossary. It means a long needle used to give an injection under the skin. We know very well that's a big injection when you know go with the medication, you put it in the syringe and then you put it inside, you prick that on the skin of any of the animal. So the moment when he was catch hold by everyone, and then the doctor took the syringe and she immediately pricked that syringe inside his skin. And what was the measurement of the injection? It was 10 cc. 10 cc means what? 10 cubic centimeter. That's the measurement of any medicine or the antidote which we give. Now here antidote is nothing but the anti-poisoning medicine which was being prescribed by the veterinary doctor. And then later, condition unchanged. So slowly the condition was getting changed. Another 10 cc injected. So one more time after 10 minutes 10 cc of the injection was injected. Then 10 minutes later, breathing less stertorous. Stertorous you can find wherein when you breathe heavily and there is a noise. So after 10 minutes when twice 10 cc of injection was injected inside Bruno's skin, he was able to breathe properly, slowly, and the noise which was coming earlier while he was breathing, he was feeling little relaxed, the noise was slowly disappearing. And then Bruno can move his arms and legs a little, although he cannot stand it. So earlier what was his condition when he got with the paralysis attack? He couldn't move his arms, he couldn't move his legs. But after the dose of 10 cc twice that was injected inside his skin, and then slowly his body was responding to that positively, and initially he could breathe properly, then slowly we could see his arms, his legs were moving. And then what happened? 30 minutes later, Bruno gets up and has a great feed. He looks at us disdainfully, as much as to say, what's barium carbonate to a big black bear like me? Bruno is still eating. And now underline the word disdainfully. Disdainfully means full of anger, full of irritation. So after 30 minutes, Bruno was successful in responding to the medicine which was given by the veterinary doctor, and then after 30 minutes he could stand on his own legs, on his own feet. And then all of a sudden when he noticed, when he discovered that all the people are standing around him, and then he looked at everybody that why these people are standing around me and what's wrong. I mean, like, I just want to say that's only a barium carbonate, na? What barium carbonate is going to affect like to the bear, like huge bear like me? It's only barium carbonate, na? Oh, forget about that, I'm all right, and now I'm eating to my full of the stomach. So this was the reaction probably the author thought at that moment. Let's move further now. Another time he found nearly 1 gallon of old engine oil which I had drained from the slum of the stud breaker and was keeping as a weapon against the inroads of termites. Now there is one more incident which took place at his house, that once upon a time author Kenneth Anderson, he had taken the old engine oil from his stud breaker car. Now underline the word stud breaker car. Stud breaker is nothing but the old fashioned American car, and underline the word slump. Slump is nothing but the inner side of the tank, wherever it is used as a reservoir, wherein the oil which is there in the engine, it is taken out for some reason. That particular oil is used as a lubrication. So what had happened, once upon a time author had taken 1 gallon. Gallon is nothing but the measurement of any vessel, and then he had taken that much amount of the oil from that car's tank, and the reason was what? He wanted to keep away the termites out from his house. So he had taken that oil and kept it somewhere, and again one more time, without any thinking, without any thought, Bruno once again promptly drank that 1 gallon of engine oil. And then what happened, we will see. He promptly drank the lot. He promptly means what? Without any thought, he drank the whole of the thing. But it had no ill effect whatever. Thank God it did not have any ill effect. Like the last time when he ate barium carbonate, and that time the ill effects whatever were seen on his body or his physical physic. So this time he thoda sa break with, sorry. Yes. So now let's see the another incident what took place in author's house. Another time, he found nearly 1 gallon of old engine oil which I had drained from the slump of the stud breaker and was keeping as a weapon against the inroads of termites. So my dear children, underline the word 1 gallon. Gallon is nothing but the unit of measurement, okay? And then drained means to take out. Again, stud breaker is nothing but an old American car. So here now you can see that author once upon a time what he had done, he had taken 1 gallon of engine oil which he had taken out from slump. Now what is slump? Sump is nothing but the inner tank which is there, which is used as a reservoir where you keep that oil for the lubrication purpose. So author what he did, he had drained out some quantity of that oil and he had put it in some vessel. And again next time what had happened, Bruno came across that. What happened, we will see. He promptly drank the lot, but it had no ill effects whatever. Thank God. So last time he had eaten what? He had eaten barium carbonate and it was quite poisonous. So he had to suffer from that. But this time he was lucky enough because there were no ill effects found after drinking 1 gallon of almost 1 gallon. You can just imagine it could be this much of amount, and then he drank that whole. But luckily he was quite lucky enough that it did not have any ill effects on his body. Let's move further. The months rolled on. Rolled on means passed on. And Bruno had grown many times the size he was when he came. So as we know, it was a baby bear, and when it comes to an animal like a bear, we know it's very huge usually, isn't it? So first initially when he had come or he was taken to author's house, he was small, and but slowly as the months rolled on, as the months or the days passed on, he grew to the huge size. And how he is compared, we'll see. He had equaled means he was looking equal to the Alsatian. Alsatian, as I told you, it's one of the breed of the dog, Alsatian, in height, and had even outgrown them. Outgrown them means what? He equaled the height of those two Alsatian dogs. But when it comes to the size, he had outgrown, means he looked more bigger than those two Alsatian dogs. And then, but was just as sweet, just as mischievous, just as playful. So though he had grown bigger in his height, in his size, but at the same time he was still playful, he was still sweet, he was still loved by everyone. Then, and he was very fond of us all. Above all, he loved my wife and she loved him too. So, then too, like he was growing older, but then too what had happened? he was quite attached to all the members of the family, and especially talking about author's wife, she loved him like anything, as well as Bruno was quite associated, or he was quite attached to author's wife. Then she had changed his name from Bruno to Baba, a Hindustani word signifying means indicating small boy, and he could do a few tricks too. A word. So when he was grown little bigger, author's wife, she changed the name from Bruno to Baba, which indicates Baba is nothing but the Hindustani word which is given to baby boys. So here she changed the name from Bruno to Baba, and that moment he was able to play some tricks. He was been instructed, or he was been taught by the author's wife, probably we can say, because Bruno spent a lot of time with author's wife. This is what I think. So my dear children, if you are with pet dogs at your home, what you usually do in your free time, even you try to train your dogs, even try to give some training, some commands, and at your command the dog immediately comes and he does some tricks whenever you ask him to do. So accordingly here also Bruno was taught with some tricks, and what sort of tricks he did we will see. At the command means whenever the order was given, what he used to do, Baba bristle or Baba box. He vigorously tackled anyone who came forward for a rough and tumble. So whenever he was being informed, or he was being commanded that Baba come quickly and whistle, so he used to whistle. Whenever he was given the command that come and have a fight with somebody, he used to come vigorously means with full attack, and then he used to tackle with any of the person who was standing right in front of him, and then he used to give a rough fight, and then he used to tumble is nothing but to fall quickly. Then give him a stick and say, Baba, hold gun, and he pointed the stick at you. So whenever Baba was asked, where's the gun? So he used to take a stick in his hand which he had preserved, and aiming at that person he used to say, this is the gun. So he was beautifully trained by author's wife, we can see. And then ask him, Baba, where's baby? And he immediately produced and cradled affectionately a stump of wood which he had carefully concealed in his straw bed. So whenever it was being commanded or asked to Baba that Baba, where's the baby? And then what he used to do, he used to take one what we can say, a rod or rod of a wood we can say, and then he had concealed that. Concealed, underline the word concealed means hidden, and affectionately means with love. Stump is nothing but the rod, as I told you, and straw bed is nothing but the bed which is made of dry grass. So whenever it was being asked to Bruno, where's the baby? So he used to get that rod, and then he used to hold that in his hand, and then he used to cradle, he used to do this movement, and then he used to hold very affectionately as if like it's his own very baby, and then he used to say, this is the baby. So these were all different tricks or the training which was given by author's wife to Bruno. He used to whistle, he used to have fight, he used to cradle the baby, showing that's a baby of himself, and these were all the things which actually Baba used to entertain the people around him. Now, but because of the teenage children, poor Bruno or Baba had to be kept chained most of the time. So my dear children, you need to understand, when Bruno was brought initially, he was small in size, and then he was not that much harmful, he did not have that much of strength. But now as the months passed, he was growing and growing to the full size. So it was very difficult for the people around Bruno to manage him. So most of the time, for the safety purpose, Bruno was chained. He was chained by some lead or something, and then just for the precaution so that he won't harm anyone, especially talking about tenants' children. Now, then my son and I advised my wife, and friends advised her too. Now there is a change in the situation. There were some suggestions passed on by author's son and even their friends. What was the suggestion? We will see that. To give Baba to the zoo of Mysore. He was getting too big to keep at home. After some weeks of such advice, she at last consented. Consented, underline the word, to get agreed. So, hastily and before she could change her mind, a letter was written to the curator of the zoo. Underline the word curator. Curator is nothing but the in charge person of the zoo. Did he want a tame bear for his collection? He replied, yes. The zoo sent a cage from Mysore in a lorry, a distance of 87 miles, and Baba was packed off. Packed off means finally he was sent. So now this is a little emotional scene we can imagine, that once the suggestions were been given to the author's wife that he's getting bigger and bigger and it's very difficult for we all people to manage Baba at home. So the suggestions were given, and after it was not like that the moment the suggestions were passed on and author's wife, she readily agreed for this. It took some time for her, but somehow she managed, and then she agreed to one point, and then a letter was written to the curator of the zoo asking that whether they want the pet bear as the collection, and immediately there was a reply, yes. And then there was a cage sent from Mysore all the way 87 miles, and it was carried. Baba was packed in the cage and he was carried in the lorry and he was sent to the Mysore zoo. Now you people can see, or you can just imagine that how emotional it would be for the, especially talking about author's wife, because she was so much attached. She treated Bruno like her own son. She was so much attached with him. Now what happens? We will see next. We all missed him greatly, but in a sense we were relieved. Dear children, underline the word relieved, means you would set free. My wife was inconsolable. She wept and fretted. For the first few days she would not eat a thing. Then she wrote a number of letters to the curator. How was Baba? Back came the replies, well, but fretting. He refuses food too. Now underline the word inconsolable. Inconsolable, the one which is not at all convinced. Fretted means to be very much unhappy, disappointed, angry. Now what had happened after a couple of days, when Baba was sent to the Mysore zoo, somehow author's wife, she managed to control her emotions. But then she started to write the letters asking the curator of the zoo that how's my Baba, how's he doing, is he well, is he eating properly, are you taking care of him? There were so many questions being asked in that letter, and then every time the curator used to reply saying that yeah, he is fine. But one thing is that he is fretting and he refuses to eat food. That means even he is angry. The condition was not different of author's wife. Even she was angry. She was angry with all the people around, but they were true. The reason was very valid. So she couldn't show her anger, but she did not eat her food. Same was happening with Bruno. Even he was refusing to eat food. Even he was crying. He was very angry. He did not love the people in the around the zoo. And now this shows The Bond of Love. The title, it's very apt, that the bond, the attachment which he had specially got with author's wife, isn't it? This shows that emotional bonding. What happens? After that, friends visiting Mysore were begged to make a point of going to the zoo and seeing how Baba was getting along. They reported that he was well but looked very thin and sad. So, there was one option also. What was the option to the author's wife? That whosoever used to think to go to visit Mysore, so immediately author's wife, she used to just plead, she used to beg, like, if you can take some time and go and visit the zoo and just see how is Baba getting along, is he okay, is he fine. And then they reported that he was well but looked thin and sad. So whenever they used to go and visit Baba, they used to see that he is okay, he is fine. But he was looking little thin, he was not happy, he was little fretted, he was little angry. So whatever the condition was there, it was been informed to author's wife. All the keepers at the zoo said he was fretting. All the zookeepers, whosoever used to take care of Bruno, they used to tell that every day he is fretting, every day he is angry, he is unhappy, he is disappointed. And for 3 months, I managed to restrain my wife from visiting Mysore. Dear children, underline the word restrain. Restrain means to control someone or to control somebody's emotion. Then she said one day, I must see Baba. Either you take me by car or I'll go myself by bus or train. So I took her by car. So few days it was possible for author to control author's wife's, his wife's emotion, to hold her back not to go to Mysore or to visit the zoo. But it was not at all possible for him after a couple of months. After 3 months, she was so much angry. She said that you have to do one thing. Either you need to take me to Mysore, to the zoo. I need to visit Baba now itself. Either you take me by car or I myself I'll give. She threatened author saying that I myself will go by bus or train. So there was no option left to author. He thought that no, it's better that I should take her to Bruno, and they left to Mysore by car. Now we'll see next. Friends had conjectured, underline the word conjectured. That means they had an opinion, they guessed something. Whose friends? Author's friends, they guessed something, that what is the thing? That the bear would not recognize her. I had thought so too. But while she was yet some yards from his cage, Baba saw her and recognized her. He howled with happiness. She ran up to him, patted him through the bars, and he stood in delight. One time you can see this bond of love, my dear children. Before they left to the zoo of Mysore, there were opinions. The friends around author, they had guessed that I'm pretty sure that if you will take your wife to zoo, that the bear won't recognize your wife, because almost 3 months have passed. And it is even thought like dogs have that intellectual power where they can memorize, when they can know the people, they have that sixth sense. But when it comes to bear, we are not sure that whether they can recognize people around. So that was the opinion from everybody, that however you take your wife, but we are sure that the bear won't recognize. But they were absolutely wrong. When author's wife was few yards away from the distance place, Baba could see author's wife, and the moment when he saw, he howled with happiness. Howled means he started to jump, he was delighted, he was very happy. And then finally she came near Baba, she was even happy, she petted his back through the bars, and then we can see that Baba stood upside down on his head and he was so much happy. So my dear children, now we can see that this is what the bond of love is, and we'll continue with the session for the next episode. I think I hope that you have understood with the things and enjoyed this journey. Till the time I rest my session, see you in the next episode. Bye bye, take care everyone.